Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. The ADA chart, first of all, is still moving in the same structures. There's no change in wave count. Rather, the price started to follow the microstructure to the upside that we discussed in the last two videos. So I'm going to check that today. First of all, for anybody who's new on the channel, this is the beautiful ADA chart. We've got a pretty ugly diagonal pattern to the upside in which a wave 1 topped in July 23, a wave 2 pullback bottomed in September last year, third wave rally into the December highs, fourth wave pullback into the January lows, and then the assumption is that a wave 4 bottomed around 44.8 cents, and we're basically now in wave 5 to the upside. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame. The idea is that this move up from the 23rd of January to this swing high in March, that this was a 5-wave move most likely. Now a 5th wave in an ending diagonal can't be, or in any diagonal. Okay, in a leading diagonal, yeah, we could be dealing with a 5-wave move in wave 5, but it's unusual. So I prefer looking at probabilities only that this is just the A wave, the A wave of wave 5, that the pullback that we had into our yellow support zone was the B wave of the wave 5, and we should then still get a C wave rally of wave 5, ideally targeting 85 to 96 cents, maybe even a little higher. And if we assume that the low might be in, then obviously we're now in this C wave, and the B wave bottomed here around 56.5 cents. The move to the upside, however, is definitely not impulsive. So I could be wrong about this micro count. I did say I'm not very confident about this one. However, it's currently being respected. We had a first reaction to the yellow support zone, pullback in a correction. I gave you another micro support area that did hold. And against that last swing low of 59.7 cents, I continue to focus on higher. And I'm watching here for an ABC structure to play out. That C wave could reach 68 cents next. That's the first target. I mentioned that in the last video. 100% extension level, 68 cents, obviously typical target for a C wave. Could always go a little higher, like the 1.236 extension or the 1.38. So 70 cents, 71.5 cents, common targets for a C wave. I would say the higher the better, the more bullish. After we have these 3 waves complete, I mean, maybe it's turning into a 5-wave move, then we have something different, but that's fine as well. At the moment, I assume that this is turning into an ABC structure, which doesn't give us great probabilities and a great edge for higher prices. But still, we can follow it through and watch when the structure breaks. Then, I don't know, we have to assume that this B wave might reset a bit lower, for example, which is possible. It can still stretch out to 50 cents, but then at least it would be preferred to see a nice and high corrective rally if we come down again and test the yellow zone again, that we don't break it. So at the moment, my assumption would be that we are moving at least in this C wave here to the upside, targeting 68 cents. As I said, once we have this structure complete and 5 waves in wave C, we can watch for a wave 2 pullback. I cannot give you a support area for it yet, but it should definitely stay above then the 56.5 cent level. But let's first see if we can get into that target area, And after the wave 2, then we should see a third wave rally, basically wave 3 of C of 5, then a wave 4 and a wave 5. And as we go along, we can specify those targets a little bit better, especially once we have the first 1-2 setup completed. So to keep this microstructure alive, it's important that this swing low is holding 59.5 cents. Any break below it would cause me to change my assumptions here. And until then, the focus is on higher prices. We had this descending wedge on the chart as well. That got broken, so the price is basically following, following through to the upside. And normally we say first target after a break of a wedge pattern is the beginning of the wedge. It would be up there around 79.80 cents. We'll see if we get there. But for now, I think the parameters are very well defined. Not too confident, as I said, into the microstructure. I mean, what could technically happen is that we are basically just looking here at an A wave down, okay? We're now getting a larger B wave rally, and then come down again in wave C, and that this entire correction didn't finish here, but it's going to finish here, and then we rally. I mean, that's possible. That shows you why it's so important to take regular profits when we talk about altcoins. But as long as the 50-cent level is holding, I would still overall focus on higher prices. That's my update about ADA. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.